You build a platform using Black people, get demonetized, and then turn against Black people. It seems a tad bit retaliatory to me. And I think that you are doing the same thing that the planters did hundreds of years ago. You are using the backs of Black people in order to make money, and then you got mad at us when you couldn't make no more money, but you needed us to make more money, so you turned against us, and you want to use Black fatigue and crime rates in order to get your money back up.
Do I think people hide behind history to dodge accountability? I would say, yeah, this definitely happens. People do hide behind history to, dodge accountability. We see this with Black people today. It kind of alludes to what I said before, and I'll expound on the point a little bit more so you guys can understand. I think that history is very important, super important. I think that memories are super important, right? Memories and history, all of this is important, but it's only important if it's utilized to extract out lessons learned. You don't utilize memories to dwell and become a victim. You don't utilize history to dwell and become a victim. You utilize memories and history to extract out lessons learned, and that's what Black people truly haven't been doing. If they knew anything about a history, they would know that taking handouts from the government like SNAP, is not good for anything at all. It's not good for the community because you're going to be relying on the government forever. You need to get out there and build something for yourself. I think that when we look at the history of, Jim Crow, prior to Jim Crow, I think Pretty Intellectual was speaking about some stuff. We had Black Wall Street, Black people was building stuff. We were looking out for self. But then when, things, we started eating at white restaurants, stopped funding our own restaurants and stuff like that. So we should utilize that history, those memories, extract out the lessons learned, know that they don't work for our community, and build some unity within our community. Look at the small hats, the small hats. Look at the small hats. They do it all the time, right? They got some unity over there. So stop looking at those white people and look at the other white people, because I truly think they all white. They all European. You get what I'm saying? So we look at those, see what they doing, and like, okay, all right, take some pointers from that. We need to build a community. We don't go against our community. We need ideology. We have no ideology within our culture. What's our true ideology within Black culture? We don't have we adopt the white man's ideology. Christianity, truthfully, is not. I don't believe that, but a lot of people call that's the white man's ideology. I think that Christianity is for all, but I think that when we get away from our core principles, like a hierarchy, like a patriarch, when we get away from that, it becomes very detrimental to the Black family. We need some leadership. Things need to be organized, and only men have the capacity to bring order within the household and to bring order within the community.
Do some people hide behind history to dodge accountability? Of course. But I don't believe that we should look at those people. I think that's also an overlay for the underplay. Like, of course, you're not going to acknowledge history if you still want things to be conducive and beneficial to you. So I just feel like we always have to discuss history, because if that was the case, then we don't want to acknowledge histories. Why do we have museums? Why do we have statues? Like, why do we have dates to commemorate certain events? Like, so you just gonna base history off what you want it to look like, what you want us to value, and what you want our perception to be. You're not gonna play with me over here. So I understand that people hide behind it, but we still need to acknowledge history and the results and the consequences of what has happened. It's not we just not gonna talk about it. And we can't use some people who have advanced and who have had opportunities to put a blanket over the rest of us whose houses are still on fire. It's great that people are able to have opportunities. But again, you have to look at what those opportunities are rooted in. The system that we're still talking about is so relevant today. How many opportunities do you really have? Or is that an illusion as to what it looks like? So I know people keep talking about this playing field, but we also keep having discussions about the goalposts and always being moved back. So I don't want to move too far away from the question. Yes, I do believe some people have behind history to dodge accountability, but you got to ask yourself, what accountability are you dodging and who set that up? So I'll land my plane. I don't want to talk too much.
All right. True, I'm coming to you and put another question into play. Can both be true? History hurt us, and we still must own our own choices now.
Yeah, I believe both can definitely be true. I think that we're at a place that hopefully we could take all the historical facts and things that occurred, build from it. So yes, both could definitely be true. Yeah, there's a lot of good things being laid down tonight. I'm blown away. So
Yeah, if you want to expound on some of the things, you can. Go ahead.
oh, just the fact that no, I think that the conversation is moving forward. Great. The ladies are definitely holding down as well as the fellas. It's true. Some of the things that have occurred, unfortunately, in this country, this is manufactured. And I think that for anyone or most of you guys who have done your history, America is an experimental society in itself. You know, a lot of the things that you're seeing, it's false truth. And I think that as a people, we try to stick with what is mostly integral, what's organic. America's a morphed manufactured perspective, and we own the media eye. We own it. There's no continent on this planet that we have not touched. From most people know the American culture or the American way. So yeah, and we're just kind of somewhat a part of the overall system. I think that now, current day, because of technological advances, because of certain things that have grown, we are able to create a life that is not as restrictive as it once was. Information is everywhere. You don't get booted out of Barnes and Noble or certain. You're not going to get kicked in the head if you try to read a book or anything of that nature. So I think that we're just in a better position than we once were. But I do think that there's still a fragmented, maybe emotional track. We need an ideology. Cooley said it 5 minutes ago. That's one thing I would like to see, before I pass on to glory, is that at some point we figure out what it is that we ultimately are standing for. We have a benefit. Amira said it. We're Americans, and we're Black Americans, and we're, people from inner city. We can change some things.
I got two things. One, I said I'd never address this person directly, but I got to right now. And I would like to do so without being interrupted, but I do want to respond afterward. Number one, I would like for Pearl to make sense of one, the conviction rate, the arrest rate, and the exoneration rates. Because people keep bringing up these crime rates, but they never speak about arrests, actual convictions, and then exonerations, because then those numbers would not work for you as well as you think that they're going to work for you. And you all never speak on how we are arrested at a disproportionate rate, convicted at a disproportionate rate, and exonerated at a disproportionate rate, because all of those would work together. Number two, it's funny how you build a platform using Black people, get demonetized, and then turn against Black people. It seems a tad bit retaliatory to me. And I think that you are doing the same thing that the planters did hundreds of years ago. You are using the backs of Black people in order to make money. And then you got mad at us when you couldn't make no more money, but you needed us to make more money. So you turned against us, and you want to use Black fatigue and crime rates in order to get your money back up. And those are the 2 points I had.
That's very nice. I don't know. You said a lot. It's just, I listen to this and I just hear a lot of excuses. I don't really like excuses. I just think as an adult, and I've said it before, you are responsible for your own decisions. As to the list of accusations, if you want to believe that, that's fine. I don't really care. So that's all I got.
I don't think that's really given much credence. It's very passive aggressive for you to respond in that manner. We're not saying that as adults you don't need to be held accountable. I think everyone on this panel has stated that to be true, but you're dismissing again solid facts, things that occur current day in past time. And I don't get how that services. Maybe it's not fair. You're not the white representative of the white community, but you just so happen to be in this panel and you just so happen to be white. And then you also are making very, very bold claims as to things that we're dispelling. So where I
don't think, again, it kind of goes back to it goes back to the gaslighting. So like, again, you can tell me these things don't exist. And that's fine. Like, white people aren't really going to generally entertain these conversations. Like, they'll just get tired.
Oh, we know.
I know. And I'm being honest here.
We know.
I'm being honest, and you guys are giving me attitude, which is fine. I get it. It's like a contentious.
We're giving you energy. We're not giving you attitude.
No, it's not. It's.
I know you're so dry and boring. We're just people of flavor. We talk a certain way. That's why y'all love to put us on your stages. That's why y'all love to give us record deals, because we get that shit lit and you don't have that ability. So you have to piggyback your value off of what we're doing or not doing, because if you couldn't, no one will give a fuck about what you're talking about. So I'm going to let my constituents... All right, go ahead. I'm gonna let y'all.
No, real quick.
Trev, you gonna go? Okay.
If you want,
If
you want this,
I'm not even gonna hang out. I'm not even gonna hang out too crazy long. But I did want to
if
just come in and say something real quick.